save space.
This is Chinese engineering at its finest.
This is just so beautiful. I mean, what
The
do you guys
iPhone
think
now,
of
who the
this?
fuck cares about that?
I just want to see what a hippo hybrid human would be like. Maybe that's what I'd be attracted to, you know? Maybe. Like
Okay.
whatever variation that can be down to nature.
We get along. So it's just like,
He
gets
me.
if I walk by myself from someone else's point of view, am I gonna look at me and be like,
yeah, that's a fit guy, yeah. Who knows?
hey, I tap, you know?
We're back for another episode of the MYT podcast.
Konnichi warts. Minasan.
Where's that from?
It's this TikToker that goes around, this is white dude that goes around Japan, like Shibuya and all those places.
Is it the same white dude I'm thinking?
No,
He looks kind of Japanese a little bit.
no, it's not Cole. It's not the guy that
okay.
does the interviews.
Oh, okay.
It's some other dude. He has like crazy hair. He hands people his phone. He's like, "Oh, could you record this for me?"
Yeah.
And they start recording, and he's just like, "Konnichi words, minasan."
Is
And
this the same guy who goes to the supermarkets?
Yes.
And does the dances?
Yes. I think it's the same.
It's the same dude. He must just be in Japan right now.
Maybe he's been in Japan the whole time. Oh, okay, you're thinking of someone else.
No, I'm thinking
You're
of some different
else.
guy. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
It's not him. He goes into like different places, hands people the phone, and then he just does like a bit. And sometimes he'll eat some food.
Oh my god.
I'll put it up.
Minasan konnichiwa.
When I find it.
We cannot do that. We gotta be just hella respectful when we're there.
Well, he's not a tourist. He lives there.
Yeah. That's why we can't be doing all that shit.
I wouldn't plan it, bro. Like, social anxiety is...
Dude, it's real. It will get the better of me when I'm
eat me
there.
up.
Even just filming myself is gonna eat me up inside. Like,
I think that's fine. I have this weird disconnect where I can see myself filming myself in a place that I'm visiting for the first time because there's
Yeah.
purpose behind filming it.
yeah.
But if I need to like film myself out and about here, like our hometown,
That would be even scarier for me.
that I don't think I can do.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
think I
so
can
hard
do
for
that.
me because just going out and filming, oh my god, I just think about all the little freaks of like those teenagers who
But
are
it's not
just
even
gonna like
it's not even that, but it just feels unnatural in a way. But because it's like everyone's gonna look at you and be like, well, what the fuck is he recording?
I
But
guess
if you're
so.
in like a foreign country, then it's like, oh, you're a tourist. You're just doing like
yeah,
something.
that's true. I guess
So you can blend in with the rest of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Over here, though,
This shit is so.
if
not
I
even
was
that long
if
away.
I was like driving a car and doing like a live stream that way,
I'd
that
do
would be
that.
fine.
Yeah.
That'd be fine. But walking around,
Man, we are not that long away from Japan. It's crazy.
no.
We need to plan things. We need to.
I'm sure you guys
I
are
need to
sick
sort
and
my fucking
tired.
shit out, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, what?
I need to sort my shit out, like get things ready for it, man.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
want to
yeah,
make a
yeah.
start on it. You know, I haven't made a start on it yet.
Yeah,
Today's
yeah.
been such a lazy day.
It has been.
Yeah,
Actually, no. What am I saying? I was pretty productive.
I wasn't late. It wasn't productive at all. So yeah, been a lazy day. But hey, anyway, we're back.
We're back.
Welcome. I mean, I already did in the beginning.
We
but
recorded day before
Friday,
yesterday.
and then we're gonna record today as well. So forgive
Yeah.
us if we're a bit tired of each other.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
kind of
God.
done with this guy's bullshit.
Yap every day. That's all he does.
Every day.
All he fucking does.
Every day I have to see him.
Oh god! Every time I walk into the living room in the morning, there is ugly faces.
Just can't.
And I'm
I
like,
can't.
what the fuck? Another
The
day.
one
another...
day I'm just gonna have to pick up that knife and
just
do what I've
kill
been meaning to do.
myself, Like,
Oh, okay,
Because I
no.
can't stand this guy.
Nah, I'm gonna end your life,
Oh
bro.
god, bro!
I'm gonna end your life
What happened
after
to
this
the
podcast.
existentialism, bro?
Nah.
Can't do this shit.
Um.
All right.
Yeah.
What is on the docket today?
You tell me.
Me?
Yeah.
I wanted to do a little show and tell.
Show and tell.
I
okay.
wanted to show them the jasmine rice. I really did.
Fine,
I was actually very fascinated when you got it, and I wanted to show
Okay,
them.
fine.
So we've got, well, not we. My co-host here went shopping today, and he bought some jasmine rice.
Yeah.
And it came in a
In a vacuum sealed
rectangular, cuboid shaped package. It's freeze dried rice. No, it's not freeze dried. It's vacuum sealed rice.
Yeah.
When have you ever seen vacuum sealed rice in your life?
This is
Probably
definitely the
never.
first time. Like, look at the precision on this shit.
Like the rice kernels are all like so tightly packed together. You can see each bump on the packaging. It's a thing of beauty.
Like, you literally can't move
Yeah.
grains of rice unless it's at the top, and then you can like kind of crunch them down.
Like
But that's pretty much it.
oh my god, it's just this is so beautiful. If rice was so like this in regular stores,
Yeah,
then I would buy it all the time.
this is very aesthetic,
I don't want to open it.
but also this is just smart.
Mm-hmm.
This
Save
is
space.
this is Chinese engineering at its finest.
This is just so beautiful. I mean, what
The
do you guys
iPhone
think
now,
of
who the
this?
fuck cares about that?
Bro,
This is what I want
the
out of China.
latest innovations.
I don't even know if
know?
it's made in China, honestly.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Doesn't really say. This looks Vietnamese, so maybe that's where
It doesn't have a best before date, which is crazy.
That's right here.
Oh,
2026.
2026, bro.
We're chilling, bro.
This is
We're
beautiful. man.
chilling. So wait, does it not say where it's from?
I don't think they need to tell you where food's from.
What do you mean?
Well, does your burger say made in the UK?
Yeah, it's made where I buy it from, right?
Yeah, but they don't say chicken from X farm, do they?
Well, they're not gonna say that. But this is like a direct product. Anyway, I don't really care. This is just beautiful to look at.
It's just an amazing. The packaging's pretty dope too. I
Look
think
at how
it
it
suits
glides
yeah.
on the table.
It's-
Have you ever seen a rice bag glide on a table like this? Look at this
Yeah,
shit. I don't even
bro.
have to try it. This is
so
just
cool.
effortless. They could do an ad
Wee.
campaign with this. And
Dude,
hey,
fucking
fuck
hire
it,
us.
we can do it.
Fucking
We'll
hire us.
film
Look,
an ad
look how much
campaign.
we've been glazing this bag of rice.
But also, no, apart from this side, which I feel is a bit wasted,
Mm-hmm.
no other part of this is wasted. Look at this. They got
They got
instructions
yeah,
for
Well, see-
idiots to
they
be
got-
able to
they got-
know how to make this
they,
rice.
they got branding on the side, which I think is not waste. It's pretty good. I do like the whole dragon jasmine rice. It's
I like
very-
it here, but I feel like they could have done more on this side. This just
what
says
coulda-
jasmine rice.
It says dragon.
That's bad marketing. You can barely see it.
Well, you can't because we all know why you can't, but I can see it perfectly,
brother.
fine.
I can see it, but it's just not clear.
Fucking Four Eyes over here. He's having trouble seeing the side of the bag.
All right, brother, take your hat off.
wait.
That's what I thought.
Take yours off.
I can take my hat off.
I can take mine too.
I'm bald, boys.
Hey, listen,
I'm bald.
we both struggling out here. There's no.
Shaved my head.
Yeah,
Shaved my head.
I will put it back on though because I'm not too. To be honest,
I didn't shower, so I
me neither. So that's why my hair looks a bit crazy right now. But
need to sort that out. But summer's coming. I was sick of long hair, and I decided.
I can
decided
tell
to
your
buzz
ass
it, bro.
that hit a nerve for you when I said the Four
What?
Eyes because you
The
said take
Four
your
Eyes?
hat off, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is such a.
Hey, man, if we go,
Why did you get so upset, yo?
If we're going at each other's throats,
Bro, I said you can't see. Is that
we
a
can
sensitive
do-
topic for you?
It
What
is a
the
sensitive
I had
topic,
no idea.
okay?
You should just.
I don't fuck with my eyesight being called into question.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what? That's crazy because you just never told me that was
Yeah.
a sensitive topic.
Nah, it isn't. It isn't.
What the fuck did you come from my head then? Like, that's a sensitive topic for both of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Wanker.
So we expose both of ourselves. We both get to show the hat off, you know? So
To be
it's,
honest, I don't really mind now. Like, I feel like I'm coming to terms with it more.
Okay.
It's just I don't like looking at myself with
With
the
the-
hat off when I'm like
Right,
watching it back. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So that's just my thing. Cause like, and also I've not had a haircut yet. So I need to get a haircut.
Well,
maybe
from next
maybe
episode,
you guys will.
from next episode, no hats. I'll say.
Who the fuck is this guy?
No hat
I asked
episode.
you today if you wanted to wear no,
No
hats.
hat
And you were like,
episode.
absolutely not.
Well,
So-
we didn't plan for it, right? Neither of us showered. So
if I'm feeling no hat, I'll wear no hat. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll fucking change it up a bit. Yeah.
yeah, change it up. Or buy a new hat.
Yeah. Maybe I'll come in with something new.
I thought that was gonna be your thing.
There was, but then I just never got around to buying a hat. So yeah.
Now every thumbnail just has this one brown hat.
I know. I feel like it's kind of on brand now. You know?
Yeah.
I'm always coming through with the brown hat.
So someone else is like, does this guy not shower? What the fuck?
No, I do. I do shower. I've been showering most episodes. It's just
Yeah.
This episode I didn't, and my hair looks more messy than usual. So yeah. Anyway,
Okay,
we've
so-
been going on about some
So
bullshit
the
for a
the
while.
docket was just this rice.
Was this rice? I wanted to show this rice, and then he decided to make it personal.
That's-
so,
okay.
you know. Now we're here.
This is that's not the docket, bro.
What is the
This is
docket,
just-
bro?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Oh,
you.
what that? I mean, I wanted to show. I want to show the
Okay,
people
okay.
the rice.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my
We
docket.
done that.
That was my docket.
That was your docket.
Yeah, I didn't have anything
Something
else.
I
planned.
just bought.
I
What if I
literally
didn't bring
looked-
this today?
I would have probably not had a docket.
That is
Dude,
crazy.
on Friday we exasperated what I had planned.
what do you have?
Whatever we spoke about on Friday, that was what I had planned.
That's what I had on my docket.
Yeah, but I was gonna bring something like that up. Very
Okay.
similar, and then you brought it up, and I was thinking, oh well, we can't really talk about what I want to talk about today because it's similar.
Okay.
So,
So, is it like 1-to-1?
very
Oh.
similar. It was very much like it's just things every guy goes through, kind of. It was kind of thing. you know?
Oh,
But you were like
okay.
male canon events. I was like, oh fuck, I can't come.
Look at that, always bringing better stuff.
No,
let's
No,
see.
this, if anything, this just proves
Let's see.
that we just have the same mind, which is I find
let's
it
see.
puzzles me every day.
It puzzles you.
You know why? Because you'll literally be sitting down.
Apparently, it's a psychological thing.
What?
Like the more time you spend with around like someone else, your ways of thinking start melding together.
Bro looked it up because he was so scared.
What?
Bro
Oh, no.
looked it up because he was so
this
scared.
is-
No, I
I'm
know,
just on
but
my-
just in his free
Oh
time.
no! I heard that a long time ago in some.
See, I
video.
don't know because when I've been around my family for so long, and I don't think the same as them. I never did. So
It's not think, but like you start picking up like subconscious ways of acting.
yeah, but that's different from thinking.
Yeah, but
We
like
just
this
be
is,
having the same thoughts on
because
things,
this
which
is
crazy.
Instagram. Like the stuff we see on Instagram can
Nah. Do you know what I find weird? Yeah, when we're talking,
yeah.
and we'll have the same exact thought on something, and then we'll say the same exact thought,
Yeah.
the same like reaction.
Mm,
Sometimes it's specific to a meme,
yeah,
you know, and we'll have the same meme reaction to something.
true.
It's crazy. I don't even understand it.
Apparently that happens when you love someone. Yeah.
Well,
Well, there you go.
okay.
Well, there you go.
Well, I guess y'all know.
All right. Let's see what I have in the spank bank. I had this one like test. Did I do this already? Did we do this on an episode where we looked at like faces?
No, I've never seen this
Okay.
before.
So apparently there's like a psychological study that was done a while back, and they basically tried to associate facial features with traits that people like in a partner, essentially. So they kind of boiled down prominent female features into 4 different pictures of women, and they basically say, okay, they ask participants, okay, pick one of these. And then based off of that, they can tell what kind of traits someone looks for in a woman or a partner.
Yeah.
So let's try and do this one. I'm curious to see which one you pick.
Another very important psychology question for you. Out of these 4 women, who do you think is the most attractive?
All right, pause
I'll
right here.
pause.
Okay.
Who do you think is the most attractive?
God damn. They all look pretty equally attractive to me.
They are, yeah. Which is why you have to like,
Oh, really hone in.
yeah, on what do you prefer? I think I have my answer.
I think I keep changing. See, I'm very indecisive because of my
Bro, it's
like I'm very indecisive. What do you mean?
as in like it's just
I know, but I'm trying to think. What do I actually like?
Oh,
Because
okay,
they all
okay.
look so similar, bro.
yeah, that's the
Like-
point. That's the point.
B.
B, okay.
Yeah.
Mine's D.
Okay.
All right, so let's hear what she has to say.
I'm a psychology PhD student, and research has actually shown us that the way somebody looks highly impacts what we think their personality is going to be like. Part of what goes into us making these snap judgments is that we tend to associate certain facial features with a specific set of personality traits. And so the article that contains the photos I just showed you actually found that the faces we find most attractive have facial features that correspond with the personality traits we prioritize when selecting a partner. Now I'm going to go through all 4 photos and what they may reveal about your dating preferences. Okay, if you liked photo A, that may indicate that you prefer women who are sensitive, shy, and agreeable. Liked B, that may indicate that you prefer women who are confident, assertive, and direct.
Confident, assertive, and direct.
That is to a T what I like, you know?
Damn.
Like, well, not to a T, but like I like incredibly. I don't know what assertive really means. What does assertive mean?
I think it's where they can hold their own.
Yeah.
And they can also make sure that what they want is heard.
I think I like that, yeah. I mean assertive in terms of taking charge.
Yeah.
I don't really, I believe in more of like a kind of give and take thing. Like sometimes it's 50-50, 60-40, 80-20.
Yeah.
So assertiveness in that sense, probably not. But the way that you were saying, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You like C, that may indicate that you prefer women who are flexible, easygoing, or open-minded. And a preference for D may indicate that you tend to like women who are decisive, determined, and diligent.
Decisive, determined, and diligent. What does diligent?
Diligent means...
I do like decisive women. What was the other one?
Determined.
Determined.
I'm based on
like that.
Okay. See, this is the thing. I don't know whether that's like an important thing for you. Like determined?
Decisive, yes. Determined, I don't know what it really implies. And what is the last
eye
one?
hurts. I just used the water bottle to
okay.
Something. I was
like, what is happening?
You see it back on the footage.
Decisive, determined, and what?
Diligent. Diligent means what? I guess it means responsible.
Diligent. It's like diligent workers.
Yeah.
It's like kind of hardworking, responsible. Okay, having or showing care and consciousness in one's work or duties.
See,
I don't think I really care about that.
I definitely, I know that it was between, I know that that's spot on because it was between B and C for me, and B and C both had kind of traits that I'd the open-minded trait of C, I definitely like. The other two on C I don't care for, but
for me it was B and D. And I think there's more overlap with B than D.
Well, he chose D, so
yeah, I did. I'll still stick by it. If it came down to it, I'll still pick.
You get what you get, bro.
Diligent, having or showing care and
for the work. I mean, this thing, it's just a guidance. It's a guidance rather than.
Yeah, maybe it is a trait that I look for. Like, I do really like people that can get shit done.
Fair.
I'm the type of person that will do the shit that I need to do so that I can relax later. And I really do like that trait in a partner where it's like they know they have stuff to do, they just get it done, and then it's like done. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess it's like one of those things. This is basically like horoscopes. You know, I'm sure there's some truth to it. Actually, no, what am I saying? There's no truth to horoscopes. I like MBTI tests.
MBTI tests aren't that true, I feel.
They're pretty good.
I think it describes me personally spot on, but then there's a lot of people who say it doesn't describe them.
I think MBTI like works off of confirmation bias. They be saying shit, and then the people that really want to look for the good traits and like attach those to themselves, they're like, yeah, that's actually right.
Yeah.
know?
I don't know. I feel I got mediator, and I think that is me.
Okay.
I think that's pretty solidly.
So there you go. In
but
your
there's
experience,
some parts of it which I'm like,
it's not gonna. That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna get it 1000% right, but there's like some signs to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Based on
that was a very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. I love knowing how like the human mind works.
Yeah,
and
man.
Like what kind of what the inner workings of our psyches are like.
Yeah,
you know?
I wanted to do psychology at uni. That was my first go-to.
I thought about it, and then I just decided I couldn't write essays, and I was true. I hate writing essays.
I hate it as well, but I did law. But that's not the point. The reason I didn't do psychology was because literally everyone told me you'll be jobless at the end of it, which
is actually
I've come
wrong.
across a lot of psychology majors. They either pivot into something completely unrelated, or they are jobless.
Most of the psychology majors I know are employed and doing pretty well.
In psychology?
Yeah.
Really?
Some of them, yeah. Some of them move into data because they did a lot of like data
Yeah.
analysis.
See, that's what-
And I'm like, yeah, but like even then, it's you're still fucking employed, you know?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. So they either have a job or they don't have a job, which
Yeah.
I guess is everyone. technically.
Yeah, so it's
So-
really not that different. I think it's just a perception of psychology, which
Yeah.
if you guys think psychology is a bad degree, fuck you.
A bad what?
Like a bad degree or just
A
like
bad
not as good
degree?
of a
No,
degree.
it's not that. It's a
It's
bad
just
degree.
like
But it's
I
just
think I
like-
think probably Joe Prost was a little lower.
People
but
just
hey, man,
say-
if you want to do it, just do it, man. That's what you go to uni for. You don't go to uni for fucking to find some employable job. To go study what you fucking want, man.
go chase your dreams.
Yeah,
Fuck what your
a
parents say.
little bit of a motivation from the MYT podcast.
Don't listen to your
in this
parents.
episode.
Don't listen to your teachers.
Don't
do what your heart desires.
I'd be real, because they would never have encouraged us to do this.
What? This?
Our teachers or
like
parents.
podcast?
No, but what we're actually doing a podcast on, like the whole comedy centric that route. If they saw this, they would
Yeah.
not approve of it.
They wouldn't approve of. Yeah, true. Most
So,
things.
So he's true. I thought it was a little bit of like a sarcastic kind of.
I mean, I
humor
was
thing.
gonna take it down like a more sarcastic route and say, if your dream is to start an OnlyFans, do it.
I
you know,
mean,
like that sort of shit. But
No, it's not sarcasm. We're serious. No,
yes,
I'm
I mean,
kidding.
yeah. If that's what you want,
if
truly,
that's what you really want to
deep
do, I
down-
mean, fuck, I don't know, man.
deep down you like the Gooners.
I,
I'm convinced like those.
I'm not gonna say anything on that front. You do what you want with your life.
I'm convinced those two ladies that do like the sleep with 100 guys challenges, the British ones.
Oh yeah, them. Yeah.
I'm convinced those are the type of people that like genuinely just want to do that type of.
I don't even know,
thing.
man. Because I saw like the documentary on one of the girls who did that. Was it Lily Phillips or something?
Yeah.
I think. And she seemed
She was out of it.
she seemed like so drained after it all, and she
Well, of
didn't seem like
course.
she actually. I don't know. This is the thing.
But the thing is, like,
she consented. I'm assuming that it was all consensual and stuff, but like,
I mean,
God, she
even-
really didn't. She didn't seem like she was enjoying it. You know.
yeah, I don't know
And
about
it was,
that.
It was like, I don't know, man.
But
Just-
even
just-
after the fact, she just went ahead and did more of that sort of stuff. So
yeah, I mean, you'll never
I
know what's
mean-
going through someone's mind. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna saying like they want to do it or they don't. That's really down to the discretion of the person doing it, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, they're in full control.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, she's
some part of
choosing to
it
do
is weird. There's the other one. I think something Blue, Bonnie Blue.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
her name.
Yeah,
And she went to like Australia.
I know motherfuckers are gonna
Yeah,
clip this like Bonnie Blue, and then they're gonna have the dog looking at
Yeah.
looking weird.
Yeah, I knew who she was. I was playing coy, but she go to like Australia for
she?
spring break or something,
Wow.
and she basically helped a bunch of guys that turned 18 lose their V card.
Oh my god, that is disgusting.
Yeah.
That is so that is
Well,
predatory.
I don't know if they just turned 18 or they were already 18.
I mean,
but
who knows? That's still very.
it was a bunch of
predatory.
like first year uni students.
This is very predatory.
It is. It's
And then
so
her,
weird.
I think I do remember this. And then she said like, I'd rather teach guys like
How
good
to-
sex education.
yeah.
Now I'm like, she's just doing this to get more people to her OnlyFans so she can make more money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's I don't think this has anything to do with education. I think this is all just, and I don't think these guys signing up to it are even about education. I think they don't give a fuck. They're right there to get their dick sucked or whatever the fuck, and then go about their lives with the same mindset they had beforehand. That's just me though. That's I'm a bit skeptical about it. So
Damn. This is the one time I'm trying to be more hopeful.
yeah, nah, man, I'm very
Compared to
skeptical
you.
about this shit, man. This thing, but like, thing is, me and you have a very similar mindset on just dudes and. I
Yeah.
remember what you said.
Yeah.
All dudes. Wait, you were like, what'd you say?
Now I said I wish women would just become asexual, so guys would just die out.
And I mean, I don't think like,
and it's
I don't
like a
think
very
that,
like
but-
looking at it or hearing it is a very like, oh, he's just a fucking simp, and he just
Yeah.
he's the
look at this guy trying to
he's
be a
just
nice
trying to
guy.
be a feminist and shit like that. But no, I mean, I truly believe it. I feel like
Fair enough.
yeah, I feel like women can basically do all roles that a child needs. And I know there have been studies where it's like, oh, if a father's not present
Yeah,
in a
yeah, I think,
family, like
yeah.
it impacts the child. And I'm sure it does. But over time, if men just die out, girls can do it better, is what I'm trying to say.
You may have a point there.
And they'll
You may
probably
have a
be
point there.
safer.
Yeah.
They'll probably be safer, much
Mhm.
happier overall.
I think it probably come with its own set of problems, but no, I think the world would probably generally be much of a safer place if men were
Yeah.
gone.
I
Yeah,
saw a video about the Y chromosome dying out.
is that ours?
Yeah. That's the one that makes people male.
Shit.
Yeah. It's a bit clickbaity the way I said it, but
Oh, okay.
it's basically like there's another gene in our body that's better at determining sex. So the Y chromosome is just being obsolete.
Right.
this point.
Okay.
So
okay.
evolutionary, we're just getting rid of it as a species.
Okay.
Because it's like, we don't fucking need that.
But there's still gonna be men and women.
Yeah, there'll still be men and women, but it's just a different gene is gonna dictate whether your gender is one or the other.
Ah, got it. Oh damn, we're going through a patch update. Love
Basically,
that shit.
yeah, we're like, oh, we got a duplicate function. Delete
Yeah.
the other one. We don't need that
This
one.
one's actually way better.
Yeah, it is. It's more. Well, I guess it's just probably just better at determining early
Yeah.
on. And apparently, it's happened to mice, like species of mice before,
Shit,
where the male gene just died out. And there
bro.
was something
I
else.
said it on a previous podcast, bro. Mice be going through everything, bro.
That's true.
They be getting all the cures early. They be getting everything. We just
I feel like
like,
we've
yo,
experimented
cancer
so
cures,
much on them.
mice.
They're just evolving faster
yeah, literally.
now. They're like, thanks, bro.
Yeah. They got the cure to male pattern baldness, the cure to cancer,
Yeah,
they got the
they
cure to
got
all of that shit.
all of
they
that
get
shit.
tested on all that shit first. They probably go home cancer free.
Yeah.
If there was ever a balding mice and never balding again, like
They live in the life, man. I
They're
mean, a
chilling,
lot of them
bro.
had to die for this, but now they're seeing the fruits of their labor.
yeah, that's why there's so many out there.
That's true. Hey, man, maybe mice will start ruling the world one day.
Mhm.
We were wrong about AI, monkeys, all of that shit. Nah, it's gonna be mice.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be
that's the secret uprising that we don't know about yet.
what's the rat from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles called? Monster something?
Monster Splinter? Splinter,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have
Him
a
and his
bunch of
kind,
those
bro.
motherfuckers
Monster
walking
Splinter.
around.
The
Man.
humans are gonna be the ones subjugated.
Okay, question. If we lived in a world like that, where there were like a bunch of like animal human hybrids, kind of like BoJack Horseman,
Yeah.
right? Would you?
Would I?
Yeah,
Would I?
yeah. And what animal?
Would I?
Oh my god, this is crazy
I think
docket,
we've-
bro.
I think
this
we've
is
done
a
this.
crazy docket, bro.
I think we've talked. I think we did this exact discussion in one of our audio episodes, or I vaguely remember. Maybe
it
maybe
didn't.
we
It
touched on
never dropped.
never saw the light of
Never
day.
saw the light of day. that
Maybe this
episode.
is gonna happen again.
No. We can't do
No,
this
no.
now.
No.
No matter how serious or how stupid we get,
Yeah.
we got to put something out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. As in, like the segment got cut off.
Oh, maybe the
Last
segment
time.
will die. Yeah.
Okay. So humanoid animals.
No. First, would you? Secondly, if so,
Would I-
what?
but what are we basing it on? Like, what do they look like?
Well, just imagine they look like similar to like how BoJack Horseman animal hybrids look like.
I don't really remember much of them. I'm thinking like Kung Fu Panda.
No,
Does that-
no,
they kinda-
a little bit more humanoid than
More
that,
humanoid
let's
than
say.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say it's like because BoJack Horseman's a little bit similar too, but like so let's say like a little bit more humanoid than both. But
Fine.
but still, you can still tell that an animal was part of the birthing process of that.
Okay. Yes. The answer is yes.
Okay,
Of course, if it's normalized to be amongst them, someone's already gone and fucked a whole animal.
Let's take it this way. Rather than someone's already gone and fucked the animal. Let's say it was
Yeah.
like a mutative gene
Oh,
that just mutated these animals to become human animal hybrids. So they developed similar genes to humans,
yeah.
which made them
And they're
have a
capable
lot
of
of the
speech.
same traits as human beings, but
Okay.
they're just visually mixed with an animal because
Uh-huh.
they have animal in them as well.
Right.
So they do have some animalistic traits as well.
Right.
Let's
Okay,
say
that changes my answer.
Yeah.
I say no, because that's just I don't know. There would have to be enough time passed between like these things being integrated in our society and it getting normalized.
Yeah.
If I'm the first, like one of the first people to like see these, What are you saying? What are you trying to say?
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
We all
yeah.
know from your original answer.
Uh,
You're basically saying if other humans fuck them, then I can.
yeah, because then at that point it's basically
crazy.
normalized because they're
That's
half human.
crazy.
They're half human, so it's better.
So okay. So tell me, speak me through your mindset again. If they were the latter, so like if they were just
were
mutated. Yeah.
If they were mutated, like, and they've been living with humans
Yeah.
for like 100 years,
Yeah.
and I was born, and then basically I can grow up with these human
Yeah.
hybrid things. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
At that point, it's probably normalized, and I'll be seeing that shit, and I'm like,
Okay.
damn,
Okay.
that tiger got ass on her. Tigress.
Okay, but like,
tigress.
what would your ideal hybrid be?
My ideal hybrid?
What animal would you want it to be based on? Oh god.
The bottom half of a man. Obviously female, but
Oh yeah. It's gonna be obviously based on your own sexual orientation. But just
okay, fine.
I'm really going far here.
I think
what animal would it be based
A
on?
tigress.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm picturing the tigress from Kung Fu Panda.
It's not necessarily gonna be like that.
I know, no. But I'm saying like there's potential for like I can't picture other animals looking attractive as a human animal hybrid, but with the tigers I can see it. And my Hear Me Out in one of our Hear Me Out episodes on audio, I said the snake from Kung Fu Panda is my Hear Me Out. So, but the thing is, if it looks good animated, but when it bleeds into the real world, they got scales and shit. No,
Who knows?
not for me. That's kind of scary. But a tigress is like, oh, it's fluffy. And,
Bro, it's crazy. Bro wants a
know?
furry. That's crazy.
no.
Bro,
As in, like,
insane.
they can look cute
I
and
mean, if you
attractive.
want that, that's fair.
You know, they can look cute and
I mean,
attractive.
if you want that, that's calm.
All right, go. Now you go.
He's like, whoa, what do you want? I want to roast
Oh
you.
yeah, what do you want, bro? You ask the question, I give you my answer.
Firstly,
Yeah.
my answer would be no.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that regardless. Because I mean, to me, it would still be
Regardless, so in
bestiality.
both scenarios.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it would still fall under the realm of bestiality in my eyes. So I
Sure.
wouldn't do it.
Sure.
Now, if we're living 100 years with them and stuff, who knows what I'm thinking then? I
Yeah.
don't know.
I
But
just say
like-
it, bro. It's okay.
No,
Just
no.
say it.
I'm not saying I would.
Just
What the
say
fuck? This
You trying to be on some
this guy's,
moral high
this
ground?
guy's
I'm
trying
actually,
to this guy's trying to join me into his shit. What the fuck?
regardless of the circumstance and the socio-political economic status of the world, I disagree with bestiality. So that's a no from me on both scenarios.
Yeah, no, straight up without the accent, straight up like that is. But if I had to choose,
Yeah, if you had to choose.
if I had to choose,
Bro, about to
bottom
pick a
half hippo,
baboon.
bro.
Oh, okay.
Baboon?
I mean, they got cheeks on
They
them.
got you bottom half hippo, yo, like
Bottom
or just
half
a
hippo.
hippo hybrid, yo.
You're
fuck
just
it.
thinking of Madagascar, aren't you?
Yeah, I can't lie, like.
That's not how they're built in real life, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just imagining.
It's
it
just
feel
gonna be
that.
like meat.
I don't know. You never know. Maybe because if it's mixed with a human being,
Oh,
maybe it'll be a
right.
little bit more like,
Right.
bro, this is crazy shit to say. That's why I guess I'm guessing that's why I might be attracted to. I don't know if that
Okay.
will be true. I don't know how it manifests.
But
in
what?
real
What?
life.
If, oh, so you want the face of like a normal human, but like the lower half of a
Well,
hippo?
no, I just want to see what a hippo hybrid human would be like. Maybe that's what I'd be attracted to. You know, maybe like
Okay.
whatever variation that can be down to nature. But I'd be curious.
You know,
to
but
see
like
what it's like.
you, from what you're imagining that hybrid to look like, what are you imagining it to look like? Is a human top, a hippo bottom?
But no, that
Are different parts mixed and matched?
I think it will be so different than that. You know, I think rather than it being human half hippo bottom or vice versa, it's not gonna be. That's not what a hybrid's gonna be like. A hybrid is gonna truly have like a mixture of genes.
Yeah.
So you know, like how hippos typically have like more rugged teeth. That's probably what's gonna manifest maybe, or maybe it'll be more humanistic teeth, but like more. It'll manifest in personalities. So
Yeah.
and generally hippos can be quite assertive, especially the female hippos. So maybe
Damn,
that
bro's
in that
linking
sense-
the psychology.
No, but
into this.
I'm just saying, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like,
Answer B
no,
actually look like a
about- no,
hippo.
But like,
so.
but like think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like, would you not think like a tiger? That shit would be animalistic as fuck. That would
Yeah,
be like
yeah.
predatory.
Yeah, yeah.
So you might just like a pedophile, low key.
What the hell?
That's crazy. Like
What the hell? I think hippos eat children.
what the fuck? Really?
Let me.
Wait, that's a
fact
wild
check
thing
that.
to just say about hippos.
I think
Why
so.
are you coming after my man's like
Do
that?
hippos eat their children? Let's see. There have been disturbing but rare cases of
Okay,
infanticide
so like human
and
beings.
cannibalism.
Disturbing but rare cases of cannibalism. Humans do the same shit.
Okay, male hippos sometimes kill calves that aren't theirs, especially when taking over a group.
Okay, see, that's the thing. When we're talking about human hippo hybrids,
Yeah.
they're not necessarily gonna have those traits, you know. So it's
uh-huh.
gonna be a mixture. So will it be good or bad? Who knows?
Okay.
My ideal thing would be like, yo, let's see what it would be like to have like the good personality traits of a hippo, good traits of a human mixed together. Maybe like like the some of the genes of the voluptuousness of the hippos,
See,
would be transferred.
It's interesting that for a guy that said no, he's really thought about.
I'm trying to give you an
intricacies of
answer,
this.
yo.
I was just
You
like,
asked
yeah.
me, and
I was
you
like,
were thinking
yeah.
about would you on the bottom of a hippo? I'm like, let's think about this more if we're gonna do it. Like, listen, if we're gonna think about it, let's think about it more, bro. Like, stop.
This guy.
Bro, but think so. Okay. You think it's weirder? You think it's weirder that I would want a true hybrid,
Yeah.
rather than the bottom of a hippo? Your ass was like, I'd want the bottom of a tiger. Yeah, it should be soft and fluffy.
No, I said
Do you
the
know how
top of a
fucked
tiger.
That is.
I said top of a
Yeah,
tiger.
that's still fucked. You'd want the top of an entire animal.
Yeah,
that means
but
you'd be
not-
aroused by seeing a tiger's
Not
face.
like that,
you
bro.
Animal lover.
Not like
you
that.
love to fuck animals.
That
bro.
is
Like, that's
crazy. Bro
I'm
wants
coming
a
out-
big backed hippo. He picked the fattest ass animal and he's telling me that I'm trying to fuck an animal. That is crazy. That is crazy. Don't come for me. No.
This is the level.
You have
This
no
is the
legs to
level
stand
of
on,
roasting
bro.
I was been looking for in this
you,
podcast.
you have no legs to stand on here, my guy.
Bro, you want to tell? What are you gonna be looking? You can get turned on by her stripes on her bosom, bro.
Yeah,
What the
that's still better than what for her fucking
Excuse
tusks?
me, bro. No,
Her tusks?
not necessarily. I said a
Well,
hybrid. They may
yeah,
have a
a
regular
hybrid.
human face, bro. Like,
How are they gonna have a regular human face if they're a hybrid?
they're a hybrid. You never know what traits are gonna manifest.
It'll be
with
probably
you. You just
50-50.
want a whole. You just want a hairy ass, whole ass tiger. But you don't even want titties, bro. You just want a tiger's.
Yeah, I'm
fucking
not.
body.
I don't objectify women like that.
No,
This
I know,
guy,
bro.
I need some big old ass on
No.
that hippo. I'm curious about the
Bro,
voluptuousness.
I'm talking about at least for me, it's
Yeah.
like traits that are synonymous with women. You want traits that are synonymous with fucking tigers.
I didn't
bro.
specify anything.
You want the
I
top
didn't
of an
specify
entire
anything.
tiger. That's what you said.
I didn't say that at all.
You
We can
said
run
so.
that back. I didn't say
Bro,
anything
but you
about
literally
top half.
confirmed that you said that
I
shit.
said the way I was picturing it was that they'd be half somehow.
okay,
Right?
and that's what you chose that you'd be.
I was
attracted
just
to.
assuming that.
Okay.
If they're like
Bro,
fully
this is
blended with each other, that's even better.
Look how he's running back now.
No,
He's
I mean,
running back on his.
I'm saying
statement.
if they blended, I'm more for it than if it was just literally half human, half tiger.
This guy's more, bro. You were fully for the movement before. And now you're
I'm
like
still for the
you're
movement.
once I brought in my analogy,
I'm
you're
still for
running
the
back.
movement. I'm still for the movement. If they've been around for a while, they've assimilated. I'm
That'll
down.
be the craziest conversation we've had on this
down.
phone, bro.
I'm down to get freaky with a tigress. You know?
That's wild, bro. At least you're standing on business. But
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
okay.
of course. But it is weird that I'd never watch furry shit though.
Yeah, me neither.
Like
I
even though
can't.
in that scenario, I'm saying sure.
Yeah, I mean I'm not, so yeah, I
wouldn't
guess
do
I'm
it.
normal, but you know.
Yeah, but he's definitely fantasized about it.
No, I have not.
Huh.
I'm just thinking if we're gonna have the conversation, let's think about it. You know,
Okay.
like what's the point otherwise, right?
True.
We can't just have the same conversation they're having on every other podcast. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
I've gotta have.
I can guarantee
more
nobody's talking about this.
They definitely are. Bro.
Nobody's talking about. That's probably true. It's true. I'm sure there are a bunch of degens out there that are super serious about it.
But nobody went into it like we did.
We didn't even go like we touched the surface. Let's talk about reproduction.
Oh,
Let's
okay,
talk
no, no, no,
about
no, no, no. Let's not do that. All of that.
how we
now.
pass on our genes. All of that stuff.
I think I'm good on that front.
What
I
a
think
you
once
know,
it gets down to that level, we might be going into Gooner territory right there.
yeah,
So-
yeah. That we'll attract the furries.
Yeah.
We initially
We're gonna have
did as
someone
well.
in our comments being like, "Well, I actually did a diagram of what it would look like.
My dissertation was actually on this very topic.
If you want to ever go LARPing in the park, please."
I was investigating what animals in current day would be compatible with the human genome.
And I found that rats are very.
Are very breedable.
How'd you do that, bro? How'd you do that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't even think. Yeah,
You wanted my docket. That's
That's
I
your
came with a
docket.
docket today, so
Holy shit! Holy shit! Well, let's see what else we got. There was a tweet that I came across that I found interesting because I've thought about it, but I've never put it into words. And the tweet goes, "I want to meet myself from another person's point of view and experience my own energy."
yeah, same. I'd love to.
I'm so
Yeah,
curious
I'm
about
very
what it'd be like
I've
to
al-
like see me and meet me. You
I'm
know
kind
what
of
saying?
scared.
Really?
Yeah.
You think you'd be disappointed?
No, not
You'd
disappointed.
be like, fuck. I'm such a loser.
I'm such a prick. God damn. No, I think I've kind of gone over. I don't want to get too deep again. So like, but like I've gone over this in like prior episodes of like the fact that I think I feel like people find me annoying,
Yeah.
and I don't want to run the risk of like meeting myself from another person's perspective and then finding myself annoying because it will almost
Oh.
like it would almost like confirm what
You've been feeling.
I've been feeling exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I'd be a bit scared, but I'd
Mm.
still be curious enough to do it, you know, where I'd be like,
Yeah.
I want to know what I'm like. And do I like myself, you know?
Mm.
And if I don't like myself, then I obviously got to take steps towards doing that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
for
very
me,
interesting.
like,
Very interesting.
It
Yeah.
would be. It would be. I really want to know, like, what it's like just talking to me
Yeah.
in a way. I mean, because you do it in your head, but it's not the same.
What, in your opinion, what is it like speaking to me?
What is it like speaking to you?
Yeah. And I don't want this wishy-washy answer of like, well, I wouldn't be friends with you if I wasn't speaking to you. Like,
Oh, right,
fuck
no,
off. Tell me really what it's like.
Literally feels like a drain. This guy's an
Yeah, I fucking hate him.
he's
like,
a
yeah. Like every time I speak to him, I get an inch closer to ending it all.
he drains
Just-
he drains my balls and then my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just I have nothing.
This man cannot
Nothing
be
off
serious about anything. I swear.
No. How is it like interacting?
Crazy,
With
crazy. Because between me and you, yeah,
you? Yeah.
I feel like in general in life, I'm probably more unserious in terms of like
Yes.
how I go about my life.
That's true.
But for some reason, you struggle with being serious more with these things, but I don't.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
I struggle less. I do struggle, but I
Yeah.
struggle less. But anyway,
Yeah. I think I just never gave it too much thought.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like
yeah, me neither.
whatever. It's not natural to me. Like I don't really want to bother working on it. But anyway, how's it like interacting with you? I would say it's like we get along. So it's just like
He
know?
gets me.
no, he gets me. Because I feel like on a real basis, we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things.
We really don't. Yeah.
So
At the same time, we're incredibly similar, which I find,
Yes.
which actually does like, I think about that a lot. I'm
Mm.
like, how do I really do disagree with you on a lot of things, but
yeah.
I think at the same time, we're very similar in just the way that we view things. I think there's just like, there's extremes that
Yeah.
we're at, and not in a bad way, don't worry.
Yeah.
Like, but those extremes almost circle around and come back to the same conclusion, you know?
Yeah. It's like those maths questions where you
Yeah.
kind of just do your own random working and,
And you
get
reach
the
the
right
same answer.
somehow.
Yeah.
I feel like So but the thought process is always different.
Yeah.
I feel for the most part.
Yeah.
We do agree on some stuff for sure.
Yeah.
And but I think it's like I describe it, and at this point, like I think we've known each other for too long for me to think how it was when I initially started
same,
interacting with you.
Yeah, same, yeah.
But at this point, it's just like it's comfortable. Like I see
Second
him every
nature,
day. It's
yeah.
like it's as good as seeing a family member around and just being like, "Yo, what's good?"
Sorry, I'm kidding.
That's him
My bad.
taking my balls.
No, for real. I was gonna say something similar.
Okay.
Very much.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's very much second nature to me now.
Yeah,
When
it's-
I
it's
see,
like,
I'm
I don't even
oh,
think
shit.
about it.
Yeah, I'm like, hey man, yeah, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even thinking. Yeah, you're next to me. I'll just be speaking to you. I'm like, yeah. It's still like it's very because this is like the only because I've lived with you so long now. This is kind of the only friendship of its kind in my
Yes.
life at
Yeah,
the
for
moment.
sure.
You know, where like I see someone literally so often that like I consider some other friends like family to me, of course, but like I'm not living with them in the sense of like where they actually feel like a family I have at home, you know,
Mm.
like, oh, this is just, yeah, like, oh, I'm gonna see my bro when I get home, you know.
Yeah.
It's like that's literally what it's like, which is okay, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
Yippee! I'm gonna see my bro when I go home. I know he'd be geeking. It's fine.
like, you know what I mean? It's like when I say like my flatmate, it's almost like yeah, I just live with it. It's just second nature, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very it's a very unique feeling.
It is
So,
weird to say
yeah.
flatmate though,
Yeah.
because like when
Yeah, I know he wants to say brother.
yeah. No, but for real, like in a similar vein, when I do talk about like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm living with someone,
Yeah.
I want to be like, oh, I'll just say your name. you
Yeah,
know, it's
yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah. Oh
I
yeah,
have
I
to
was
like
with
think about it and
I
be
was
like,
with-
oh, they don't know you.
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like, oh, it's
but
my
when
flat-
oh yeah, my flatmate, you know, like
Yeah, exactly.
like I want to say, yeah, I do want to say name because
Yeah.
it's almost like because you know when okay, without being too fruity.
Okay.
Do you know how like when you're at work
Uh-huh.
and then people kind of just tell you about their lives
Yeah.
and then eventually they tell you enough where they just start saying their partner's names or like their family
Yes.
members'
Yeah,
names, you know.
yeah.
They don't start to
Like
say
you're
my,
in on their
yeah,
lore,
Yeah,
basically.
like they don't say my boyfriend anymore. They
Yeah.
say
They're
or they
like,
don't say my
"Oh,
girlfriend. They
Melissa."
say yeah, or they say oh Emily or Parker or whatever. Like they say that.
It's funny how we
So-
can't think of any British names. These are just random fucking American names.
Yeah. So it I do want to be like that,
Yeah.
but without being fruity. I do want to be like, oh,
Yeah. Him.
but then I'm like,
But then
they
you
don't
have to know
you
them.
like that. Yeah.
Like you have to
yeah.
talk about me
Exactly.
constantly to them.
which yeah,
for
which,
them to be in the know.
which I gotta refrain from, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You have to hold yourself back.
But yeah.
They're like, are you sure he's just your flatmate? You talk about him a lot.
Nah.
Like, no, he's my only friend.
But yeah.
No, that is. How do
Yeah,
we
it
get
was
here?
so interesting to see because you were talking about like how you would be like when you
Oh
see
yeah, how do
someone
you view yourself from the outside?
Yeah. What would you wanna how would you do you think you would perceive yourself from outside if you had to because I know we've said how we perceive each other
Yeah.
and it's very second nature, but like what about you personally?
I
How
think
would
for
you-
me, the first and foremost thing that I would like want to assess, I guess, is how I look as a first impression.
damn you chop shit.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know because you know how like motherfuckers are delusional. You walk on the street, someone looks at you, you're like, damn, yeah, you should. They will check me out.
Motherfuckers,
You know?
by motherfuckers he means us. Bro.
Yeah, we do it.
we
But I'm
be
saying,
like that, yeah.
I'm sure other people do
Yeah,
that shit
yeah,
too.
yeah.
But like, I want to know if there is some truth to it or it's
Yeah.
just pure delusion. You know,
Yeah.
like if I walk by myself from someone else's point of view, am I gonna look at me and be like,
yeah, that's a fit guy, yeah. Who knows?
hey, I tap, you know, like
He-
would I think that? Would I think
Yeah,
that? I don't
would
know.
you?
I don't know.
I feel like
That's what I'm most curious about.
I don't know if I'd fuck myself.
Well, I wouldn't, of course not.
No, but like if I'd like walk past myself, I would be like, damn, that's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think I'm my type. You know?
Right. No, but you have to like you know when you look in the mirror
Yeah.
you're like, I look good today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like that
So,
guy looks
but-
good.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you walk by
you
and
know
you're like,
what?
oh, that's a good looking
You know,
guy.
I think so.
you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Or would
then
you just walk past them and
but
be
you
like,
gotta
oh, that's a
think about
normal
you'd
person.
have your own biases while you're doing it, and it's like you
Yes.
would probably apply those own biases to yourself, or you'd have your own thoughts and opinions on what attractive is. You're gonna apply those to yourself. So you might
Yes.
look at yourself walking by. You might even be more critical on yourself because you know it's yourself.
You
know?
might be, but at the same time, it might alleviate a lot of things that you hyperfixate on. Because like you got to know that mirrors aren't. They're not like a normal thing for humans. For humans to be able to look at yourself so closely,
Humans are
it's
not
just-
meant to be looking at each
Exactly.
other so closely. That's actually not. That's not something that we've been meant to be doing.
it's like psychologically damaging.
We've fucked ourselves over by having mirrors and like ways we can see each other. We should only really be seeing each other on like natural reflective surfaces. Like we shouldn't be having mirrors. But
Exactly.
We do.
But so from that point of view, I think I'm already very critical of how I look when I look in the mirror. So being able to see it from like a purely outside perspective, they're like, this is me in the real world. This is not me being warped by some camera, not warped by some lens, by some mirror. This is how I am.
Yeah.
I think that could alleviate a lot of like things that I kind of pinpoint and
Yeah.
shit on myself for.
I'm sure. Yeah. I think it's very similar for me too.
Yeah.
I think aside from mirrors, it's more so cameras. But yeah, maybe I think maybe if we just saw each other, like saw ourselves, on like just in everyday life walking past, maybe we'd have a completely different outlook on it. It's like, oh shit, you don't even
Yeah.
look as bad as I thought you did. You know, when I looked at myself, and it's like, oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a Black Mirror episode waiting to happen. Like where
It
you
might
can,
be, but I don't think it's that bad. Honestly, don't think it's that bad.
Mm.
For the most part, I feel like it will be a sense of relief. Regardless of what my conclusion is when I look at myself, I'll be like, okay, I know for sure what I look like from an outside's view. And that's enough for
Yeah.
me to like just be like, okay, now I know what to work on, what to let go of as an insecurity, what to keep on and maybe work towards.
I don't know. I feel like it'll still weigh on me. But that's because I'm a big overthinker. So I would
Yeah.
overthink anyway. I don't think these types of things would work with me. But I'd want to do it just out of curiosity.
Yeah. I think the worst thing for me was discovering that pictures are flipped.
Why? Oh, because when you saw like the inverted version of yourself, you're
Yes.
like, fuck, I look like that to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had to come to terms with that too.
That is, I don't
Oh,
think
God.
I've come to terms with it yet. Like I still, like I look at myself in a picture and be like, damn, I look good. And then I flip it and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what it was to everyone
Yeah.
else.
However, when I see your face flipped, I don't actually think, because you've
Yes,
shown me
because
like,
it's unnatural to you. That's
Yeah.
not how you see it.
But then even when it's flipped in the way that you see yourself rather than in the way that other people see you,
Yeah.
I don't think it looks different. I think it's just
Really?
literally a thing where you think it looks different.
Yeah, maybe that's the damage
'Cause-
that mirrors do to people. We just
'cause-
can't conceive
Yeah.
how we look.
Because when I see most people's images flipped, I'm like, I don't look no different to me. Like, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. But that was one of the worst days of my life.
I can't lie. I remember having like a mini breakdown of
Yeah.
for like, there's no way people look at me like this. What the
Literally.
fuck?
Literally.
But-
Because for me, like what happened was I remember it very vividly. I was watching a YouTube video
Yeah.
and the YouTube video was about mirrors and reflections.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in that, like in the first like 2 minutes, they said like when you look in the mirror, you're seeing a flipped version of yourself because they were describing how a mirror actually works.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. What? And so I couldn't believe it. So I
Yeah.
researched it. And sure enough, every post I read was like, yeah, it's flipped.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck, okay, how do I know how to look at myself flipped?
Yeah.
And back then, like phones didn't have that functionality where it flips your face. And so I remember taking a photo on my dad's phone of myself. There weren't any front cameras, so I had
Yeah.
to flip the phone and fucking do this sort
Yeah.
of selfie. Uploaded that picture onto my laptop.
Yeah.
Took that picture onto some random image flipping website, flipped it, and I was like, oh my God. But then I needed more angles of myself. So I
That
just
level
started
of-
taking more pictures.
That your dad opened his phone like, what the?
No, I'm very good at deleting shit. So as soon as I uploaded it, I deleted it from his phone.
Oh my god!
But I had like 20 pictures just on this random website, and I was flipping each one
How-
of them and being like, okay,
How old were you when you did this?
this 15, I think.
This was 9th grade, bro.
Yeah, this was 9th grade.
This was when we went to Brussels, bro.
Yeah, it
that,
might have
it
been-
was that guy who did this shit.
Yeah, it might have been a
Damn.
bit before that trip.
Bro, you had a lot more to worry about than that, bro.
I know,
Like,
I know. I know, bro.
Our looks were the least of our
I
damn
was-
concerns around that time, man. Like,
Actually, now my looks were the main thing I was concerned about.
we were.
I was clapped, bro. I was chopped huzz. It's
Mine was
crazy.
chopped as fuck, for real. Yeah.
It was so
My
bad.
teeth, I didn't have braces then either, so I had like crooked ass teeth.
I had braces, but I had the fucking.
I looked to you. I honestly, bro, I envied you a little bit with you. I thought
Me?
you looked good at that age. Yeah, I was like, damn, I wasn't like fine shit.
Hey
but like,
yo,
but like, I
hey
was like,
yo,
damn,
what's going on
he
here?
looks all right. Yeah, I was like,
Bro
damn,
had a
like,
little
you
crush
well on
on
your
me
way
back
of
then.
like, no, I was like, wow, you're really working on yourself when you go
What the
braces
fuck,
and like, I
really?
just thought like, yeah,
Really?
this just goes to show how we don't like,
Yeah.
how people perceive each
But
other.
maybe
It's
we're just
so-
supportive friends like that. Well, you are. I was like, yeah, he's chopped.
really.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nah, I don't think.
I remember I had a huge crush on that during that trip. Not on you, bro.
Okay,
What the
okay.
fuck?
Well, why would you?
Why would I say what the
You
fuck?
literally opened with that.
No,
I can't lie. We were talking about me.
Yeah,
and then
but
you were like,
I
had
was
a huge
saying,
crush
I
on
was
that trip.
saying, no, I was saying,
Yeah.
I thought I was envious because I was like, that's like objectively a good looking lad.
True. Okay.
Not,
Okay. I see,
not,
I see.
not. I didn't have a crush on
Okay,
you.
okay, okay,
I had a big
okay,
crush on that trip, and
On
it's
that trip.
leading into the conversation that we're having,
Right.
where I was like,
I'm not good enough.
no, where I was just worried about my looks a lot because
I see.
of wanting to impress her. So I was
Mm.
doing kind of a similar thing to you where I was on my phone and I was kind of taking pictures with the front camera,
Yeah.
making sure that like I was looking good. And like there was a way I wanted my hair to look. I remember like that kind of shaggy Justin Bieber hair was really in back then. So I was making sure my hair was on point. Like my sideburns had a little flick to them. And my hair kind of went to the side like this.
Yeah,
like Justin
did
Bieber,
have
and
the
I used to
Bieber.
do that. I used to do that a lot,
He did.
you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, every time I did that, I felt like
He was the shit.
I felt like I was the shit. I felt like I was
He
the
was like,
shit.
yeah.
The fart, I was all of it. You know, like damn. And
There were like sparkles in the air as he flipped it.
literally. And I didn't get no attention from the girls. But hey,
Nah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think even back then, I didn't think you were bad looking. I think you look like you do now. Well,
no,
as in like as you're obviously like more into your you figured out.
say
your
I'm more
look.
attractive, bro. Say
Fine,
it.
of course, yes.
I'm kidding. I'm
Yes,
kidding. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I'm kidding.
I mean, you were a kid back then, so you were underdeveloped. You were undercooked.
I thought you were about to be a kid back then, so you were obviously so true. I was like, what?
You were a kid back then. You were my type. Now, not so much. No.
Fair, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the fucking flipped phone face shit.
Yeah, man.
That was a terrible, terrible day. I was so paranoid, and I think I was literally panicking.
Yeah, kind of. Same,
I was
yeah.
like, I went so far, and I was coping so hard. I was trying to find links of like papers or discussions where it was trying to disprove the fact that it's flipped. I was like, no, well, wait, maybe they mean something else by flipped.
there's no way.
And I was like, just fucking scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and just being like, no, there's no fucking way this is true.
I
Maybe
feel
I
like
misread.
this is how people who are like severely politically biased go and like go about finding their news.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're like,
They
nah.
move. They go about it like an insecure child. That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. No, it can't be. It can't be.
No, I'm pretty sure Trump didn't say he hates women.
No.
Let me find a quote where
No,
he says he
didn't.
loves them.
There's no way he grabbed him by the pussy. There's no way.
They search for quotes where he's like affirming women and he's just,
Yeah.
it's just
Look,
locker room talk.
look right here. He's
Oh, an article where he talks about women. My daughter, I would fuck my daughter. Wait, what? Mr. Trump.
Well, he clearly loves his daughter very much.
Look at that. He does respect women. I knew I was right. Fuck that libtard.
But nah, bro. I completely, yeah. Feel like we kind of went through the same thing, but I wasn't analyzing it. That's all.
Yeah.
I've analyzed it more in my adult life than I have as a kid. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
For me, like I did all the trauma shit as a kid, and then growing up, I was like, okay, well, that's just how things are.
Growing
can't
up, it
change
was
it.
like I went through all of that very in succession, very quickly, and I kind of rapidly accepted it in a way. Yeah.
Do you think you'd get any like facial surgeries?
I've
Even,
thought
like, minor
about
ones.
I've thought about like kind of making my face a little bit more symmetrical with like jaw, something like maybe making my jawline more defined if it's possible. But once again, like I know that type of shit is so risky, and I just don't want people to touch my face if there's even an ounce of risk involved with it. But now at this point in my life, I'm very much happy with the way that I look. All the things I want to change is things I can change by just working on myself physically or mentally and change them that way. But what about you? Would you get it?
The only thing I would get is septoplasty.
What's a septoplasty?
It's where they align the septums.
Is that for breathing?
Yes.
Do you know? Do you find it hard to breathe?
So I had this problem. I don't know if
When
I've
I'm
told
around.
this story on the podcast. And I don't even know if I've told you this story.
You may know of, but I said something. Hopefully,
Oh,
I
what
don't know
would
if
you
it
say?
will be picked up.
I don't know if it picked up. I didn't hear it either. What did you say?
When you said, I was like, "Do you have trouble breathing?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "When I'm around."
Yeah, because he stinks. No, okay.
Yeah.
In first year of uni, on one of the clubbing nights,
Yeah.
I went in with some friends. I came out to get some fresh air, and there were these two guys that were basically harassing a girl,
Yeah.
and she was clearly drunk. They were also very drunk, and they were just being really loud and obnoxious. And I basically like intervened because I was a bit waved, so I had like some courage. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll intervene. So I went to stop them, and I was like kind of like trying to push the girl further away from them.
Yeah.
And the guy swung on me, and he hit my nose like straight this way.
Yo.
And at the moment, I didn't really feel anything. There was a bit of blood that came out, and I punched him back too. And then it just ended there.
Why have I never heard this story before? What the fuck?
Then it just ended there because there was security around there.
Yeah.
So after he swung, they basically already started running towards us. And then I just kind of like hit him in the stomach. But that was pretty much it. And after that, like in the moment, I couldn't really feel too much. It hurt, obviously, because I got fucking punched in the nose. But I wasn't bleeding a lot. So I felt like, okay, no damage done.
Yeah.
I touched my nose. It didn't feel like it was broken. But from that point on, like my breathing felt a bit off.
Bro, I swear to God, every story about your weakened body is because you've injured it in some way.
Literally, yeah.
But I don't know how every injury has caused permanent damage to you.
I don't know.
Like
yeah.
it's not been when you.
It's never
if he
been
ever tells you on the
recoverable.
podcast, like the things he's done, you'd imagine you could recover from them.
Yeah.
But for somehow he's had permanent damage every time.
I think
is
I think I
crazy.
just let it go for too long before I get it checked out, and by
Right.
that time it's like irreversible.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, this is curable anyway. So I had some breathing problems, in the sense that every time I do exercise, my airway gets blocked, my
Right.
left airway,
Right. Okay.
and it's this weird thing where even my ear gets clogged. So I don't know how it interacts. It's just this weird
ear,
thing.
nose, and throat. Right. That's why they call it ENT.
Yeah, ENT. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has that weird interaction every time I work out a lot.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, well, I'm living with this now.
Bro.
And so I didn't do anything about it.
You
and
idiot.
first year of
Do that
uni,
shit,
to be fair, like the last time I went to a doctor for something was last year. Was last year?
If only-
Actually,
if-
last year was for this, for the nose thing.
If only you told me about this in first year,
Yeah.
I would have bullied you into going to
You
see a
probably
doctor.
would have, yeah.
Oh
It would be
my
up to me. I
God,
don't
bro.
even know if I would have listened. I would just be like, yeah. Safe, bro. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. And they
Fucking
never go.
idiot, bro. What
But
the
anyway.
hell?
Anyway, from that point on, I could tell the shape of my nose was a bit changed, and it really bothered me for a very long time. And I think it still does bother me here and there. And so last year, early last year, I went to a doctor. Finally, I was like, "Yo, these are my symptoms. This is the background, the context behind it. Like, could you just do a little checkup?"
Yeah.
So they did do some nasal scans, and they said my septum, which is like the line that runs from this part all the way up, like separating the two nostrils, is like a bit off. So I have some form of deviated septum, but it's not enough for them to have to perform surgery. But the doctor, he did say like, okay, I can understand how this could cause some weird interactions in your breathing. So he gave me a bunch of nasal sprays. But the fucking side effects for the nasal sprays were a potential side effect was trouble breathing. And I was like, well, it's not that deep for me now. Imagine I take this nasal spray and then I can't breathe at all.
That shit is funny. Nasal spray to help with breathing.
Yeah.
Possible side effects, trouble breathing.
But isn't that what they say with antidepressants as well?
Yeah.
A side effect
No,
for
yeah.
antidepressant is depression.
Yeah, but when you think about what an antidepressant does,
Yes.
it alters your brain chemistry.
Yeah.
So while you're getting used to it, it can cause increased symptoms of that.
Yeah.
But with a fucking nasal spray, bro,
I don't know.
it's like,
but to be
bro,
fair,
all
it's
you gotta
all-
do is help my breathing. Like,
It's all liability based. They
Yeah.
add those symptoms, even if it's like a 0.1%
Yeah,
chance, they
yeah.
have to add it just so they don't get sued.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not taking this spray. So I haven't used it.
So you're just chilling.
I'm just
right
chilling.
now.
Like I still have that problem every time I work out. And I know getting a septoplasty will fix it. But it's just the NHS won't pay for mine.
Yeah, you
so
got to get it
I'd
private.
have to do it
yeah,
by
yeah,
myself.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got the money
Okay.
for it.
So
I
you
don't
get
know how
like
much it costs.
a medical reason. You'd
Yes,
have
a
it
medical
changed.
reason.
Fair,
But
fair.
that would change the shape of my nose a bit.
I think it'd only change it a little bit.
Yeah,
slowly, just slightly. Yeah.
So that's the only
yeah.
like cosmetic quote unquote surgery I do.
Would be a cosmetic like? Yeah, when I said the jaw thing, I would never get my nose changed ever. Now I love my nose, but
Just because of that Doja Cat video.
no, but that did make me more confident in it.
Yeah.
No, I started appreciating my nose a lot earlier, but it was
Okay.
probably as I went into uni, I started to appreciate my nose a lot more. And
Okay.
I was happy with the nose that I had.
Yeah.
But the Doja Cat just made me feel even better about it. You know, you like men with big noses. I'm here.
I
bro.
feel like Doja Cat could do wonders just complimenting different types of people's appearances. Just be like, I like a guy that looks like this. And it just gasses them up for life.
But yeah, the only thing is the jaw to kind of make my face a little bit more like symmetrical in a way. But
Yeah.
that's about it. Nothing.
Fair
nothing else.
enough.
But yeah. Anyway, we've been yapping for a long
We've
time.
been yapping. We
how long
can just
we
call
been
it
yapping for?
hour 20.
Hour 20. Yeah, let's call it here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks for listening.
thank you.
Thanks for tuning into the MYT podcast.
Yeah.
If you like this video, press the like button. Press the subscribe button. There's some fucking shit over here, I think. There's a subscribe button right here, and then there's another video that you can watch that we recommend. There's a playlist of our entire podcast over here, so you can go and click on that, and I add that at the end of the video.
Oh, right,
yeah,
right,
so
right,
you can click those cards and go watch the rest of our shit, man. Check us out. See how you feel about the other episodes. If you want to keep in touch with us, follow us at the MYT Pod on X, TikTok, and Instagram, and follow us at the MYT Podcast on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms. But the main ones are Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So
Yeah. Eventually, we'll post more on our socials. Right now, it's kind of just barren. So
yeah, we will be throwing some more on there.
but you can sign up, or well, not sign up, but like follow us
Yeah,
or whatever.
follow us, you know,
ahead
like,
of
hit-
time. You know,
hit-
you
yeah,
can
hit-
be locked in right now,
hit-
so
hit
that
us
you can
up,
say
man.
your day once.
Yeah, hit us up. You know, like if you enjoy
Messages,
the stuff,
yeah.
message us. Like we'd love to speak to you guys.
Yeah,
sure, yeah.
Even in the comments.
Yeah,
where, you know, a bunch
drop
of people
comments,
have
bro.
been commenting, so you know, we encourage
Bro,
we encourage other people to join in.
bro said a bunch.
A bunch of people, yes.
Yeah, if you include us,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Our replies count, of
let's
course.
just say a couple people have
Let's
commented.
just say,
yeah.
Let's
No,
just
we'll
say
let you
one
decide if
person
it's.
has done it.
Then we'll let you decide if a couple means a handful or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for listening, guys.
Yeah,
See
thanks
you in
for
the
listening.
next one.
See you.
Bye.